the flag, we all beating our chest. When it's peace, it's the same old game, the same old players, same old names. Right. My skin is my sin. My skin is my sin. My skin is my sin.
What's good, fam? What's going on? How's everybody doing? That's what's up. That's what's up. This is Jobs, and you are tuned in to My Skin is My Sin on Blog Talk Radio. From goons to gods, we welcome everybody. Y'all already know, man. We got one rule, and that's be respectful. So how's life? You angry? You happy? You sad today? Thursdays are always a good look for me because I'm off every Thursday. I made sure that so we could do the show. And I got a good nap in, got a good meal in. I'm feeling refreshed, so I could complain, but I'd rather do something about it, man. And shout out to Liberation Minded Media. Shout out to the fam, man. Y'all already know how we do with that one, man. We're trying to control our narrative. And to do that, you got to develop a good, strong black media. So shout out to everybody on the team. And also shout out to 300 Gangsters Entertainment. Shout out to Wolf. Shout out to Boom. BlackJunction.com. Y'all already know. As a matter of fact, tonight we do have the honor and the privilege of having Trey Minor from the Bill Minor Group on, and Yusef Asturias. And I hope I didn't butcher his name, man. Y'all know I'm not that good with names. I try. But it's definitely not out of any intentional disrespect at all. But man, it's pretty dope. This has been a dope ride so far. I've met a lot of people that I otherwise would not have met. We got a dope family, so it's been wonderful. There's been some hiccups along the way, and my bad, I forgot to tell you, if this is your first time tuning in, for the first 15 minutes or so, we don't really talk about nothing. Sean had to work tonight, and AJ got a couple of things he need to wrap up. He'll call up in, I don't know, about 15, 20 minutes. So, I guess I'll just talk to y'all, if anybody's out there listening. Oh, and, man, my bad if you're trying to get on the website in the last couple of days. Apparently, GoDaddy has some issues with my site, but it's fixed, and it's back up, myskinismysin.com. All the shows are on there. They automatically populate the site. Got a couple of pieces of clothing. And if you got some requests, just inbox me. You already know. So let me tell y'all a little bit about what we're going to talk about. And of course, I'll recap it for our brothers and sisters that show up a little late. So we're going to talk about the PURGE. It's social media banning black folks. Also want to talk about are we as a community missing out on technological advances? We can use a smartphone, but we can't write programs or hack or the things that you need to be successful going forward in any endeavor that you choose. And they got sites for literally everything. So and as you see, it's affecting how we interact with each other. So we can either get upset about how it is, or we can say, fuck it, you know what? We're going to get better at it than you, as is our custom. We've been doing that from day one. Since we learn how to do something, we get better at it. At this point, though, I think we truly, truly need to realize, and this is just my 2 cents, you can disagree with me or not, that technologically we are lagging. Math and science, we are lagging. And that's not by accident. Don't get me wrong. That is intentional. Because they know when we figure it out, we get better at them. at it than they are. And my bad, I was looking at my inbox. I know I can't really multitask, so I try, but it doesn't work all that good, So anyway, I also wanted to play this song. It's a kid out of Baltimore, man, Jay Fuse. This dude is nice, and I do believe that's his SoundCloud too. Is Jay Fuse, but he got a song called Freedom that like, man, it's just one of my favorite joints at the moment, and I just wanted to drop that for a second. I don't know, I still got about, I think Trey gonna call in about 15 minutes or so. I'm not sure. Actually about 10 minutes. All right, so we got a little time. Let's jump into this song right quick, just 'cause I feel like it.
Something that everybody wants, but they don't know how to get it. Let me take you to a time that I remember. What I envisioned was better. People helping each other to lend a hand or whatever. It's different now, not forever. This time is for the devil, but people hating each other and want their lives to be better. Yeah, whatever. They're teaching us lies inside of the school, making it cool for you to be the fool. Don't be fooled, that ain't cool. Embrace my intuition and listen while I'm dropping a jewel. Open your eye for a better view. Now my idol, I listened to him though he said it some years ago. People didn't get it, I got it, now check the visual. Pac said he would be the spark to the flame, and I'm the flame from the spark to the fame. Speaking only from passion to make a difference, to heal and helping the helper to help the people who need it. Cut the negative energy, 'cause I don't really need it. You can look at me and watch how I achieve it. Freedom. Something that everybody wants, but they don't know how to get it. Something that everybody wants, but they don't know how to get it. Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we're free at last. Wait a minute, tell me what's free. The show ain't me. Looking over my shoulder, who gon' kill me, cop or a friend of me? I'd rather be the person to hire the person and give him a chance when a chance wasn't given to me. Have you noticed that everything, it ain't how it really seemed to be? Seemed to me corruption and greed is what it's been faithfully ran by a corporation. Corporations are dedicated to keeping us secluded from the information. The truth, like our first black president. The truth, not Obama, but will they admit? They kill us all 'cause the truth is that we are gods. King and Queen Rockefeller, and to them it's beyond. But I'd rather be on to attract the like from far. It's funny when the truth is spoken, the dark is put behind bars. But I'm beating the RC, I'm highly aware of 48 laws. I'm putting to use no manipulation to God. I'm awakened. We need the truth for the declaration, contemplating. That's what they doing when you get robating. Occupation, teaching our youth full meaning of incarceration. Concentrate that. More funding for prison than our school, so I can sit there. Not the school, but the prison. Now you know the school corrupted. That's all part of the plan for our community. Survival experiment for a quicker aspiration. Congratulations, you alive. Now let's make a statement. What's the point if you do not want to do something that's greater? Become educated, then graduate to the educator. I'm dedicated for the knowledge. I'm filled with knowledge. I'm further polished than a documented scholar. My brother, it's genetic and coded. I'm talking what they don't want us to know it, and I know it. Freedom. See, this is what they need right here. Freedom. They need the truth. Something that everybody wants, but they don't know how to get it. Especially our youth. I mean, they lost out here, man. Something that everybody wants, but they don't know how to get it. So who gonna speak the truth to the youth, you know? Something that everybody wants, but they don't know how to get it. I'll be the people's choice. Something that everybody wants, but they don't know how to get it. This is what I gotta do, y'all. I hit it with Black America. Something that everybody wants, but they don't know how to get it. Freedom. I do what I want, when I want, and how I want. That everybody wants, but they don't know how to get it. Yeah. This is what I do. You gotta know who you are and what's your place. See, I'm a king.
Shout out to the chat room, man. Salute to everybody in there. I'm trying to, do like 20 things at once. So if my response time is not the greatest, my bad. I'm trying. But shout out to DC Kemet. Shout out to Black Eye Stan. Oh man, Jay Dizzle, that's family right there, man. Again, check out Liberation Minded Media, man. But anyway, I also want to hear y'all thoughts as far as tonight's topic. I don't know, maybe I'm a little early, but that's okay. I think we'll live. Oh, I forgot to tell you too. The number, if you want to call in, is 347-855-8692. You do have to press 1 if you want to get on air. Or you can simply inbox me the last 4 digits of your number and let me know. It's up to you. But anyway, I want to know y'all thoughts on that as far as not only why are we falling behind, but what can we do to address that and not only catch up, but surpass the opposition. You feel me? All right, so hold on one second. Let me get Rome on the line, too, right quick. What's good, fam?
Yo, what's good, family?
Nothing, man. I'm just sitting here rambling, bro. Not talking about much. You know, just the topic a little bit.
I actually, before we even get started, man, I want to give a shout out to young brother, Bernie Marcus Jr. out of Macon, Georgia. You familiar with that story?
No.
15-year-old brother who was shot in the head by a white lady who lived in his neighborhood in her 50s. Shot him in his head, saying that he was a bad black. That him and his friends throw rocks at her house. Now that ain't even the half of it, bro. Like, she got charged with aggravated assault. Shot this brother in the head. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, he survived. He's in critical but stable right now. But yeah, they let this lady out on $12,000 bail, homie.
Wow.
$12,000 bail, bro. Said that he was a bad black, and she knows the difference between good blacks and bad blacks, and he was a bad one.
Wow. Man, that's beyond. That's beyond incredible. Oh my God, man. And nothing happens if you get what I'm saying, and that's the problem.
Right. Yeah, rest up, brother. Get well, man. You know, I'm praying for you and your family, man.
Facts. You know, and if there's anything that we can do for My Skin is My Sin, let us know. You know, if you happen to hear this, you know, and I mean that. You already know. You know, I saw I saw a picture with Ricio and Wolf. Dope.
Shout out.
You know, that's such a beautiful thing. You know, and those of us, those of you that tune into the show regularly will understand why I'm saying that. You know, they kind of met on the show, so that was dope. You know, and that's what we're here for. You know, and it ain't just me or Rome or AJ or Sean. You know, I mean everybody in the family. You know, is doing their part. You know, you got to show love to that. Hey, we got a caller, man. I'm gonna get to them right quick. 0687, I think that is. Yep. What's good, fam?
Peace, brother. This Trey. What's good?
Oh, what's going on, bro? Oh, yeah.
Nothing much.
Now I see the number. I'm like, oh man, what's going on? I ain't give you no intro or nothing, bro. My bad, man. Oh man, come on. Hold on before you say anything, man. I want to introduce y'all to Trey Minor of the Bill Minor Group, and if you are not aware, Google them. They do everything basically, and not only that, the customer service is A1. I know for a fact, and we want to talk about the social media banning of black folks with Mr. Trey Minor from the Bill Minor Group. You know, I had to make it up, man, bro. You know, I didn't see the number until I looked down after I answered it.
Yeah. Well, brother, I certainly appreciate the illustrious intro. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. And I honestly wasn't even trying to interrupt the last brother from speaking, but I definitely appreciate you for granting me the opportunity to be on the platform, for real.
Oh, man. We honored. Right. Oh, and my bad, man. That's Rome. That's our manager. AJ should be calling in another one of our hosts a little bit later. First off, let's start off by what you do, for real, though. I know the services that I have used, but let the people know what Trey Minor and the Bill Minor Group does.
All right. Well, first off, of course, I am Trey Minor, the co-founder and president of the Bill Minor Group. You can find us online at www.thebillminorgroup.net. And really what we do, what we're all about is helping our people, black people, whatever you want to call us. Like I know our Moorish brothers say we not black. We whatever you want to say we are, those Africans, whatever, the diaspora. I'm here to help us start and grow your business. The way we do this, we offer free consultations. And then through that consultation, pretty much you just schedule an appointment to holler at me personally, nobody else but me. And then I'm able to actually gauge where you are, and I can start to actually help to diagram your areas of need and where we can actually fit in and help. Of course, like, you know, a lot of people we come in contact with, they already have a business going, and they just need this help with getting it marketed and getting it off the ground as far as upping their sales. But we also deal with those who may just have a good idea and haven't really started yet. So it's just wherever you fall within that spectrum, we're here to help. Our actual services, of course, they include web design. That's starting at just $100. If you check out the website, you'll find our pre-built themes. We do logo design. Logos just $50. Mobile apps, business plans, marketing strategy. Of course, the consulting and just process improvement overall. Just pretty much any service you need to just grow that business, regardless of where you are.
So pretty much everything.
Yeah. Honestly, like, to be honest with you, like, I came into the game, we actually serial entrepreneurs. It's really, this company was started by myself and my little cousin, my right-hand man, Tyrell. And
where did I get the name from?
That's something we thought of, the Bill Minor Group. His last name is Billingsley. My last name is Minor. I actually thought of a name like, fuck it, we just make it Bill Minor Group. But when we actually started, it was actually a recruiting company. We owned a thrift store at the time, and we're down here in the Dallas area now, and we just saw that our recruiting was big money. Just to keep it a whole buck, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was actually back when I didn't really have the knowledge of self to this point or whatever. I was actually in the job field, got a little bit of a record on me. So I was looking for jobs so I can get hired. So the recruiting field, they actually have high turnover. So that means just because of their high turnover, like people will come and leave like heavily. So that actually lets you it opens up the opportunity to slide in with the record that's not so good. So I was getting a lot of jobs recruiting, and I was seeing like it's so much money in it. So like we'd be making calls. Like I was an IT recruiter, like that was my 9 to 5. So I'd be making calls to people and like for like tech jobs and different stuff, and it's like $100 hour position, and I would be fighting for them to answer the phone. So then that just, of course, like the light bulb goes off. Like, look, we need to go over here and get involved in this. So of course that was the actual birth of the Bill Minor Group, and even still to this day within the recruiting space, we still have a contract with the largest medical supplies provider within the Southwest of the United States. But from there, what ended up happening is like we just saw like, okay, because this is really like, you know, my business partner is my cousin, right? So we were still like the same brother who, of course, our first businesses were just like everybody else, like maybe a little illegal, maybe a little, you know, a little delinquent, whatever, you know, like the same brother from those days with me. So then it's like we're seeing like as we start like developing legal businesses, we're seeing like it's something like it's certain things that we need no matter the industry. it's certain things that we need to get off the ground. Like, it's like we go from a thrift store to a recruiting agency, but we still needed the same things to get up and moving. So then we sort of totally changed focus to just providing those tools as far as like, hey, why not just provide the shit? Like, we see, like, okay, when you start in a business, like, you need to go, you got to get your formation down. Like, you got to, whether it's the LLC, whether it's the C Corp, S Corp, DBA, whatever. You got to get the foundation. You got to go ahead and go get that TIN, the tax ID, or the EIN if you're going to bring on employees. You know what I mean? There's certain things you need, like the business plan. When it comes to things like, of course, branding, you got to get your logo right, your tagline. When it comes to things like such as marketing, of course, website, your social media presence. It's just certain things like SEO. It's just certain things that you need, period, just in this day and age to be successful regardless of the industry, that it was just a better idea to say, hey, let's just focus on providing that. You know what I'm saying? Because we clearly need it. Let's provide that. So that was sort of how that idea was born.
That's dope. That's dope, man. And salute to you and your team, man. That's a beautiful thing to do for y'all, but it's an even more beautiful thing to share that information with people. And, you know, I don't think enough of us, it's like almost we like hoard a lot of things, you know, and I understand it, you know, because we have been trained to be that way, but at some point we got to realize that's not to our benefit as a community. You know, but definitely. I do want to ask you about our topic, and since we didn't jump it off, the topic is the purge. Is social media banning black folks? And that's our main topic, and we also wanted to address, are we as a community missing out on technological advances? And if so, why? And what can we do to fix that?
Now, I guess we can start with I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, like, starting with the purge. And I love that topic, brother. Like I smiled when I read it. Like that's definitely dope. For real. But I gotta say this though. I honestly, me personally, I seriously don't feel that Facebook and Twitter are making a concerted effort to get rid of black folks. Now I do feel that they are making a concerted effort to keep you within the lines, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you're looking, like, in this day and age, over 70% of internet using black adults, they access one of the major social media platforms.
Right.
Now, that's whether it be like Facebook, of course, which is the overwhelming favorite. Also Twitter. Actually, Instagram is primarily black and Latino user base. Pinterest has a primarily white user base, and I'm like so on and so forth. Right. But when you truly understand the reason behind these social media platforms, then you can actually understand the reason why it's actually like they're not pushing to get rid of us, right? Because we keep them in business, literally. Like they're not looking to get rid of us. In fact, they need more of us. Like they're waiting on your kids to be cultivated within the same cultural norms and join in. Like that's how they make their money. Like now you can look at it at just face value. You know what I mean? Starting off, like you look at the ad revenue. The more users you have at this platform, the more you can charge for advertisement. Like they go hand in hand. If I have and Facebook is over 1 billion users worldwide. If I have 1 billion users with the potential to see this ad, then I can charge more than a platform that has 10 users, right? That's basic economics. And then when you even take it like a half a step further, then when you look at things such as like the Facebook memes, Black Twitter, which is pretty much keeping Twitter alive and relevant.
Man. Black Twitter ain't no joke, bro. Like when they get on somebody, man, it's a wrap for you. And I mean, they find out everything about people. I have seen it, man. Where they work at, they telephone number, and this be like in 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, and go all the way in, like all the way in.
Right. I mean, and they don't stop.
Right. And that cold-hearted, man. They cold as shit, bro. Like Detroit in December, man. That shit is cold.
but what you find out is though, that level of entertainment, what it does is it actually keeps people on social media. So that build, like Black Twitter is the backbone for Twitter because that's what keeps users clicking, and you open up your Twitter to see the memes. I'm guilty. That shit I die. Like, I literally be laughing like damn, bro. Like, for real.
I think we all do, you know, like we people. Funny is funny. You know, like
Definitely.
You can't get around something being funny to you. You could try, but if it's really funny, you're going to laugh.
Yeah, no doubt.
I think we've all done that. I will say, though, and like literally, like if you just Google Facebook banning black people, you know, and I didn't even bother to go looking from page to page to page, but it definitely, you know, a lot of people out there seem to think that.
I'm going to that. I'm going to touch on that.
The blocking. And I'm gonna tell you where I see this stemming from too.
Okay.
My bad, but 1 second. Donald, the incoming president, Mr. Trump. Not mine, but y'all can have him. But the way that he is treating the media is a precursor to how he's going to treat the people he don't want to be bothered with, and that we would happen to fall into that category. You know, so you could see Facebook fucking with a lot of brothers and sisters. Especially, it was 1 week, man. It seemed like everybody was starting a new account. You know, so you may be right as far as getting people in line, but they doing it to such an extent that it's running people off, and that's the same thing as like banning them. And hold on 1 second.
Nah, but let me
get AJ on.
Okay.
Let me get AJ on the line right quick. My bad, but
definitely.
What's good, fam?
What's good, everybody? What's up, Judge? How you doing, brother?
I'm all right. Yourself, bro?
I've been better, but I'm here. You feel what I'm saying? So let's get it popping, man. What's going on, everybody?
Brother Greg?
I think we are there, brother.
Sir.
Peace.
peace, man. What's going on, man? I feel better now. I'm amongst family. I feel better now.
That's how it's supposed to be, bro. You already know.
I mean, my take on the whole thing is, I really think that it's profiling. You know what I mean? This is literally, we in the cyber age. This is the new cyber COINTELPRO. You know what I mean? In my opinion. And you know what I mean. Like they definitely gathering that information, and you know, and I post it every day, man. You know, and just as well, I'm pretty sure as everybody in here, you know, that's on the line does. You know, which I'm sure you know my co-hosts, you know, and everybody else. We all post stuff, but they gathering all that information. Everybody got their own files. You know what I mean? They definitely keeping track. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And to be honest with you, brother, that's my point, and that's my point of reference for evidence that they're not getting rid of us systemically. In fact, even when you look at the bans, they're only 30-day bans because you're posting shit that's too real. They want to keep you between the lines. Now, if you're Soulja Boy with a Draco posting about killing a brother, there's not shit you could do to get banned. You could say that shit every day for 1,000,000 years and you won't get banned because you got to understand what they get from that. And that was the reason why I actually started there. I know it seemed a little off, but that's because when you actually realize the benefits of social media to them, then you understand the reason why they must keep you there. Because I started off touching on the face value joints, right? So obviously they're getting ad revenue, right? That's clear. You know what I mean? But there's other things. Like you got to understand that they're giving you there's two main things they're doing with all the data they collect. So, I mean, obviously they collect demographic data, right, which is your personal information, name, age, location, job, all of that. Like they get all of that, right? Of course, the facial recognition, and then, of course, the interests, what you like. Of course, what you buy online, they track that as well. like
too.
the news, like the news and stuff that you tend to like your interests. They track all of that, and they give that data to two places, right? So they give it for free to the government. The government uses this to keep track on what's going on. So this is the reason why they don't want to get rid of niggas' information. They want more niggas' information. They want all of us on it. The second place that this goes to is they sell that. It's called data mining. I data mine and sell, like, just to keep it a buck. Like, our people need to get into the data mining industry, but what they do is they just take that data and they sell it to companies looking to market and advertise. So, of course, those likes, the stuff that you like, the stuff that you bought in the past, the news that you find of interest, of course, that type of information, that's very relevant and very, very, very worth, like, is valuable to companies looking to market to you, because they figure out how to market and what to market. If you pay attention to Facebook, they even actually run experiments, simple A/B testing experiments, where they use advertisement targeting tests to figure out which ads you prefer to click on. Like, so somebody in your demographic, they might get an ad with a particular layout, and then somebody would still within your demographic, but just another user, they'll get a different ad to a different company, and what they're trying to figure out is, okay, what is this demographic like? And then they find that out through that A/B testing. Okay, what are they more likely to click on? And then they sell that information. So when you understand the real purpose behind it, then you understand that they not only do they want you, but they need you. You might not be directly paying, but their livelihoods depend on it for that data, and of course the government wants that data.
Oh, and right quick, let me I just DC Kemet was like, how about a black Facebook and such? And when we say black Twitter, it's actually on Twitter. They just call it black Twitter because it's black people that's doing it. But we do have black Facebook, and we're gonna have Yusuf come on a little bit later, and he'll let you know a little bit more about blackjunction.com. But I know Tariq got something. What is that? More Us. It's another one. Melanatedpeople.net.
It's called Black. You got Black Spot as well. That is a very good website. I would suggest anybody to check that out for real. You feel what I'm saying? Because the layout is very similar to Facebook. You feel what I'm saying? The thing is, because it is certain websites and things of that nature that's out there strictly for black people. The thing is, we just got to make them popular. Because black people can make anything that they put their hands on popular. That's all it takes right there. Once something gets popular,
say that again.
Like,
you got to run that. Say it again, brother. Say it again.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it is definitely networks out there strictly for melanated people. The problem is we just got to make this shit popular. Once it gets
how do we do that, though, bro?
You said what?
How do we do that?
I mean, I think eventually it's going to come to us because so many people are getting banned on Facebook. And think about it, we have a computer in our pocket, and we're on Facebook every single day. If somebody take away what we're on every single day for 30 days, we're going to eventually start venturing out, or we're going to get tired of making different accounts.
No, but see, let me tell you that.
Good.
Facebook, that's the reason why Facebook isn't really getting rid of people. That's more evidence that they're not systemically trying to get rid of our people. They won't really kick you off. What they're trying to do is prevent you. That's like a slap on the wrist to say, hey, don't post that real shit no more. It's like same way like you won't find the truth on network television. When you're looking at means that they control and they own, it's only right. Like, I mean, just being realistic, like, hell, if I own it, I'm going to disseminate my message. If you're speaking outside of that message, then naturally I'm going to give you grief. So at some point, we got to realize that we can't even be really mad about it. It's like, shit, they own this shit. So that's why exactly what you said, we need to put our attention, because we make shit cool like Black Twitter. There needs to be a black whatever social media, blah, 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 to where we making this big. You know what I'm saying? Like, we define what's cool. We define what's hot. We keep the people there. Definitely. Like, you couldn't have said nothing realer. That's exactly where we stand. That's the most accurate description of our standpoint right now within the social media game.
And keep it black. We get it. Keep that shit black, man, because we get shit and it get whitewashed, eventually.
You know, at some point in time, you know, we need something. Go ahead.
You know what? I wouldn't even mind having white people on a black platform, but I want the owners to always be black.
Yeah,
the owners have to always be black.
I'm gonna pass on that. We'll back the car up right quick, bro. And no, I'm passing on that one.
No, I said I wouldn't mind. I didn't say I was for it. I just said I wouldn't mind.
No, I agree, brother. Because the thing you got to realize is, and I got this. The brother James Small said it. He said that there's really nowhere you can go on this planet Earth where you just see one group of people just really by themselves and left alone and only with them. So it's not even a matter. It's like our battle shouldn't be to let's rid ourselves of the physical cracker. Our battle should be to let's rid ourselves of the cracker mentality. Like, fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like let's have our depictions of ourselves be positive. Like, let's have, you know what I mean? Like, when we control it, let's allow our brothers, like Dr. Boyce Watkins got that 30-day ban. Like, that's one of mine. And I already told the brother, me and the brother, of course, me and the brother, Joseph, we got another project going or whatever, but we was in conversation. I told him, like, the brother Boyce, Dr. Boyce Watkins, I say brother, but the Dr. Boyce Watkins, he's one of my favorite, like, period, like, speakers within this quote-unquote conscious community, if it does exist. But he got banned for them 30 days. It's like, and my thing with that is, okay. Oh,
let me ask you this, though.
My
bad, but let me ask you this, though. If they are banning the essence of who we are, then that's banning us. And I guess that's not a question, but more of a statement. But if they're saying you can't be the black person that you are, you have to be the black person that we want you to be, then that, in essence, at least the way I look at it, and maybe I'm alone on this one, but that's banning us.
And my statement to that would be, like, it's just like Hollywood, bro. It's just like what you see on network TV. Like, they ban you can't be that real. Like, if you come on TV, like, if you have a show on network TV and you come on spitting shit that's too real, then you won't have a show. Like, that will be canceled. You won't have another season. It's like, but if you just play the good nigga role, you can be on cracker shows day in and day out on network television till you die. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same dynamic. It's just in a different platform. And that's the reason why we need to show more love and respect to the brother like Yusef, who's coming behind with the Black Junction, like, because those are brothers, like, when you actually control that platform, now you make the rules.
Right. In the build off what Joseph was saying about the ban, he said basically it's certain things that we can and can't say. And more than likely, they're trying to control the narrative of how people look at us as a whole. So the question that we have to ask ourselves now is, well, am I going to continue to keep spitting this real shit and continue to get banned, or am I going to play ball and basically just be a side nigga and just not really be who I am? So basically, you're questioning your own integrity to a certain degree, even though it's on a very small platform, which is just social media. You're putting your own integrity in question. So I don't see why more people wouldn't hop on the opportunity to go to a black-owned platform. You feel me? And one thing I do know that all black people are not going to merge. I mean, some of us just like a whole bunch of nigger shit. You feel what I'm saying? They like us hitting backflip off cars, stomping each other down in the street. Some people just like that shit. Not me particularly. You feel what I'm saying?
That's a fact, bro.
That's a fact.
And I totally, not only are you 100% correct, brother, and right, but it's like what you're doing is, like, one thing I learned throughout the collegiate system, right? In the undergraduate, you learn, like, how to think. Like, you just learn concrete thinking. 1 + 1 is 2. Then in the graduate level of education, then what you learn is abstract thinking. Like, okay, I know 1 + 1 is 2, but let me move and implement this to my life. Right now, you're on another level in thought, whereas we're trying to get our people who's still on that lower level, right? So they're not seeing that, hey, our people are getting banned for 30 days. They seeing that we got people that's doing fucking million views, and it's more black people than ever here. So what we need to do is actually spread more knowledge. The thing is, and I liken this, the same thing with the social media platforms and our lack of support for black social media platforms. I think it goes deeper than that. It's our lack of appreciation and support for black business, period. And it comes from a lack of self-esteem. When you look at your brother, it's like one thing with me. Like, and I know I can say this now that I've been, you know what I mean? Like, I've been in the community and dealing with my people for a while. It's like the same way, but I'm smart enough to see it's like, okay, when I look to my people, because I feel like I got a certain level of confidence within myself, and I just feel like I'm the shit. Like, you want to be a buck? I just feel like I'm the shit, right? So when I see other black businesses, I feel like they going to be the shit. I just feel like that. So so I go to black businesses because, like, when I'm looking for a black restaurant, I'm feeling like, oh, they're going to have the most fire fucking food. Like, I'll be a fool to stop and shop with these crackers. You know what I'm saying? Right. But the reverse is still true. When we have a negative self-image, right? And when we're products of our environment. Our people love to say, I'm a product of my environment, POME. I'm a Jim Jones fan. But I remember that album, Product of My Environment, right? But it's like when you view yourself as that and you don't view yourself as having that worth or that value, then you're less likely to support the endeavors of our people, whether it be a social media platform or any other entrepreneurial endeavor, because you feel less of yourself, so you think white is right. You think that the shit these crackers got going is the best shit smoking, and Facebook is best. So we don't need to go look at the other, you know what I'm saying, like the other alternatives, because these crackers got what's best. So it's really about really just changing the mind state of our people in general, and then that will affect every other aspect.
I totally agree. It's just like a free slave. You know when slaves get free and the slave master give them an option like, well, you're not a slave anymore, but you can still stay on the plantation. And most black people, that's how they feel about Facebook. They're like, well, it is an option. You know, they bans me for 30 days, but they give me food, they give me sleeps. I'm going to stay on Facebook. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Go ban me on 30 days. I ain't going to say shit, but I'm going to be cool, though.
I'm going to be cool. Yes, master. I ain't going to call up these coons again, master. You feel what I'm saying?
All my life. Right.
And so basically, they basically like gangster music. I don't even know how to, like, I got to make up a word. They basically doing the same shit they did with gangster music as far as mainstream. How they just eliminated all of the positive aspect and only allowed the negative shit. They doing the same thing with social media. That's what I'm getting from that, basically.
Yeah,
they definitely put the negative shit up. Yeah, they put the negative shit to the forefront. There's always going to be little inklings of positiveness. You feel what I'm saying? That's what we bring to the table. But the negative is the majority.
We kind of to blame for that too, though.
Definitely.
And especially the quote unquote conscious community, because what they'll do is they'll post a fighting video and say, "This is fucked up. This is what's wrong with our people." True. Well, you're helping them. I never liked that.
Right. I never liked that. I ain't gonna lie. I will post a video of a white guy getting out of line and a black boy slapping the shit out of him. I will post that.
Okay, that's different.
But you know what fighting? No,
that's entertainment.
That's right.
That's totally different. Hey, and my fault, fam. If you want to get on air, make sure you press 1. The telephone number is 347-855-8692, and you are tuned in to My Skin Is My Sin on Blog Talk Radio, from Goons to Gods. We welcome everybody, man. We only got one rule. You already know. Let's be respectful. I know Jay Dizzle said he has somebody calling up from 773 number. If you want to get on the line, just let me know by pressing the 1. All right, my bad, fam. Y'all silly though, bro.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing. I mean, on the serious tip, I mean, the whole thing is it's all about controlling our narrative. You know what I mean? By any means. You know,
Facts.
yeah. You know, by any means. You know what I mean? Whatever the case may be. You know, it's because of people like us. You know what I mean? That you seeing brothers. You know what I mean? That's doing real shit in the community, man. And it ain't no clown ass Soulja Boy or Chris Brown boxing match. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really give a fuck about that. You know what I mean? Like, I really just want to see positive shit. You know what I mean? I want to see brothers that's investing in their communities, brothers that's feeding the homeless. You know what I mean? Brothers that's mentoring these kids and making sure they get home safe. You know what I mean?
Right.
Giving lectures on domestic violence. You know what I mean? Or you know what I mean? Even to the extent of where Brother Trey is coming from to say, hey, look, I can help you
launch a business. You know what I mean? You got we all know a dude who was a successful drug dealer to an extent. You know what I mean? But you could take that same mentality, you know what I mean, and link them with a brother that say, hey, look, bro, you know what I mean? We could put you a plan together, and who gives a fuck what it was landscaping? You know what I mean?
Man, look, all my big homies is still fucked up, like shell shock, still in the game and shit. Like I really came from this. That's why it's like what I started to figure out is not much difference. Like, it's like, and even with my brothers, because not only was I there as far as in the game, as far as, like, selling whatever, doing whatever, but I also thought that I was going to get rich, and I was pretty stupid at the time or whatever. But I was one of them brothers that was like, man, look, I'm rapping, and I'm really living what I'm rapping about, so I'm going to either get rich off this or I'm going to get rich off that type shit. But now that I'm older and I got more sense to myself, and I'm actually, I was able to see the link between, like, hey, all I got to do to make this a legit business is just fill out this piece of paper and play, you know what I mean, play by these rules, then let's win at this game. It's just about understanding and spreading out knowledge of the rules of the game, because actually it's a lot fucking easier over here.
We do have a couple of callers. I want to make sure we get to them too, man.
I'm long with it. My fault, man.
I got you, bro. I got you. We're going to get to 0502 right quick, and then we got 1471 coming up after that. And we want to make sure, because I know we got Yusuf calling at 8. We want to make sure that everybody get a chance to speak, but please be aware that, you know, somebody else might want to ask a question. So we'll get to 0502 right quick. What's good, fam?
Salute, King. How are you guys doing?
Oh, great. How about yourself?
I'm well. This is Angelique.
Woof!
That's what it is. So listen, I'm listening to the information, and there are some concepts that I never even thought of. But I also am well aware of how they watch how we flow. Is there really a movement going on? Are they really exchanging pertinent information that we can utilize to debunk anything that they might be trying? I remember last year we were all discussing certain aspects of, like, how to bring a community together and to start our own property situation. And we were actually talking about out in Michigan. Just buying large chunks of property and then all of us just going down there and making that work. And I found it really ironic how not long behind that the Flint, Michigan water issue happened. And, you know, so I also want to bring to your attention that, you know, they use it as a way to find us, to lock us the hell up when they're good and ready. You know.
These niggas be posting where they at.
Exactly, because they know not we, but there are a collective few who absolutely have bumped their head on the dumbbell quite a few times and will do some real random stupid shit and then get caught, you know. But I think more importantly, their focus is not just for the marketing strategies, but as it pertains to what the government is doing, they want to know how conscious we are becoming, what type of force we can bring when we're ready. They want to be aware of our knowledge, huh?
Oh, no, I was just going to ask you a question when you were talking about how focused are they, how far did they think that we became as far as being knowledgeable? But we would have to do to combat that. We got to look at previous events that happened. Think about the movement in the early 90s where everybody was really becoming conscious. Like the Malcolm X movie came out, they had all these positive rappers, and what did they do to derail that? They put more negative images in our face.
You at the grocery store?
That's how...
Yeah, like somebody doing construction or something, man. Like in the back.
Oh, I'm sorry. I live right by the airport, so you're gonna hear a lot of stuff going on.
I love y'all.
Oh, okay. Just making sure everybody
right by the airport, but that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of other avenues that they utilize. You know, social media to basically control how we move. I agree with
no,
the
Quinn,
aspect.
I would say it's the opposite. They don't use it to control how you move. They use it to monitor how you move.
Right.
It's a difference. See, a
I
lot of times,
think,
and this is the reason why I disagree with our people who say, like, okay, the cracker is the devil and blah, blah, this. It's like a lot of times we give them too much credit. Like, they're not amazing. They're not controlling our moves. What they do is they monitor what you do and then react accordingly. So they see that you like this and you listen to this, and then they control those mediums.
I'm gonna have to agree with the Queen on that one. In this aspect, is because if they limit the choices that you have, then they are controlling your movement. And it's like like they teach you like
you
when you go to
have to buy in.
Like in nursing school,
you still have to buy in.
Well,
right.
not necessarily.
And that's what
like I'm gonna give you an example. Like in nursing school, what they do is they tell you to tell the patient, like say you got a patient that's not mentally all there. They tell you to give them two options. Both options you are acceptable with already. So you are controlling their movement, but you're giving them the impression that they have control.
Nah, well, I would have to disagree because I say this. It's like this. Same way with the music industry, right? So you still have the opportunity to listen to Tahir RBG. You just choose to listen to Lil Yachty on your radio. They control the mediums of communication because they own them. That is why we need to own our own thing to where we can put out our own narrative, as his brother alluded to earlier. When we're using their methods of communication and their methods of entertainment, then they're going to put forward whatever they want to put to. They own it. They can't make you listen to that shit, though. They just control what comes through that medium. You can step away from that medium. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, I don't listen to popular music. You can't make me listen to Lil Yachty. You know what I'm saying? So crackers ain't making me listen to this bullshit or wear skinny jeans. But if you choose to be stuck to BET, then you a skinny jeans nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tap into something that I think.
Hey, Queen, I got another caller too. I just want to let you know. Okay, I want to get to 1471
I just
right
wanted
quick.
let me plant this seed real quick. If you open up your social media for today, let's say you're on in the mood, Obama, the Trump died and Obama automatically takes the reign for a little bit longer. We in a good mood. Then the next time you open up your social media, all of a sudden wars and bombs, and there's a subliminal message they're giving us for us to become downtrodden again. I do believe that they find a way to send us these messages through these outlets of when people upload videos. What else can they add to exacerbate the situation? I say just think about that a little bit clearly. They can do things to alter our moods. And if they can alter our moods, they can absolutely condition the way that we move. So that's just a little thing to think about.
You're 100% right, Queen. Queen, when I tell you couldn't be more right, you could not be more right. But the way that you avoid it is you stop tuning in. You could always unplug. That's the reason why I say they don't force you, because it's like they control what they own, right? So it's like if it's Facebook and they own the shit, then yes, they're going to send their messaging, right? Because they own it. Same way when we own platforms, that's the reason why I stress that we need to put our arms around brothers and show our support to brothers and sisters, because sisters out here doing the work too, but put our arms around those who are actually doing the work and who are actually disseminating that message. So the subliminal message behind it could actually be one that we control, because it's like you can't blame them for putting their message through their shit. Unplug from their shit.
I agree, but
leave
they
shit alone, Queen. They can't make you listen to their shit.
Hey, fam, I got to get to 1471 right quick, though, Queen.
All right.
And I'm not gonna hang up on you.
I'm
gonna come back to you. I'm gonna mute you just for a second, and I'm gonna come back to you after 1471 if you got time.
Okay, I'm here. All
right, I got you. Hold on one second. Right. We're gonna get to 1471 right quick. What's good, fam?
Hi guys.
Hey, another queen, back to back, like a meat bitch.
Hey.
Hey.
So it's imperative that we support our brothers, of course. I feel like mine is what I got to say is kind of overarching, but there's this, and I see it on social media all the time, especially in the Hotep community, that pro-black means anti-white. But pro-black to me really doesn't. Like, I'm pro-black. I tell my white coworker friends, I tell anybody I'm pro-black. That means that's my priority. Black is my priority. That doesn't mean, like, I'm plotting against white people. I'm thinking of ways to walk in their church and shoot non-parishioners and all that other stuff. And it's more of just that's a focus. Like, if there's a choice between black initiatives and black efforts and anything else, I'm going to choose, obviously, black. So,
correct.
Again, I mean, mine wasn't really specific on yours, but it's just I was on Instagram today and Facebook, and, you know, I'm not really on Twitter, but just the stuff that I see and it's shared, there's this notion, especially with, you know, the MLK holiday that just passed, that, like, you know, let's, like, have this either colorblindness or pro-black mean, you know, anti-white, and it's the same as white supremacy,
Queen,
but, yes.
I hate to cut you off, but I'm curious because I want to make sure we get every caller. We got another guest coming up in a couple minutes, but I'm curious about the topic, the purge. Do you think that social media is banning black people, or do you think that it's just a way for them to kind of control the content that we put out?
Well, I think it's a way of monitoring and tracking for sure. There's so many databases that both the Republicans and the Democrats have allowed to continue forward. And social media is like free information, and especially if you make it cool, like tag where you're at. Do you remember this memory? Reshare it and everything. Tag your location, all this other stuff. I mean, it's like, I mean, the government doesn't have to, like, tap, the NSA really doesn't have to tap your phone anymore. You're giving them the information. And some of the reason why I feel that way, especially I work in the intel world a little bit, and it's like I advise everyone to not put your full self on social media, because I mean, if you come too real, they're going to ban you. But they're always tracking you. They don't want to eliminate your voice. They just want to track it and use that data for, you know, whatever purpose, whatever nefarious purposes, obviously, that they have planned. So it's a tracking mechanism. It's a tracking mechanism for sure. And people, the masses, are all too willing, especially the youth, are all too willing to share it, especially with the Snapchat face swap and everything. That's facial recognition and all that other stuff. I mean, I mean, now Big Brother doesn't have to have everything on the street cameras. They can just have it on your phone. And what Snowden illuminated to the public was that essentially, like, the devices in your home, even I would imagine your smart TV, can at any point, given whatever background rules or whatever, can turn on and completely record you, which actually it does. So
it does. Your Xbox, your PlayStation 4, your Vizio, all of that.
Yeah, your Vizio,
anything
your
that's
phone,
connected to a live network stream, it will record, and it is free. It is legal information for them to have, and they can keep it forever, and they do keep it forever.
And they do keep it forever.
Including social media platforms. Even if if you delete your Facebook account, they still have your data. It still belongs to them, and they keep it forever because it's their data now. It doesn't matter. It's there.
Because I was reading an article that came out called "What Happens to Your Facebook Page When You Die." That was very interesting right there. That just lets you know they keep everything.
I think I read that too.
That's some morbid shit, though, bro. That's pretty morbid. Why you read that?
It is.
I'm trying to figure out how Facebook knows that how much I need wave grease, bro. Like, I've seen like 5 different companies. The word.
Yo.
I feel like, yo, dead ass, bro.
That's what he said. Your message was that Mars ain't working, Jerome.
Yo, I seen like 5 different wave companies. You know what I'm saying?
You're done. That's funny.
I seen the joint. It was like, yo, Fabulous used argan and oil and shea butter. I'm like, I got waves too. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I got waves.
Damn, bro.
The weirdest thing that happened to me was I was on a phone talking about something, and then I went on my favorite gossip website, and on the side it had that same ad for something I was talking on the phone to a girlfriend about. And so I was like, I mean, they, you know, everything. I mean, there's analytics, there's data analytics, there's SEO, which is like the search engine optimization, all that stuff. Like,
which search SEO depends on analytics.
Right.
Everything depends on analytics. That's the reason why I really want our people to understand and take the mystery from the data mining. Because in reality, we need to mine data. Like that's essential to effective marketing.
So what you saying, Trey, is that it is what it is. They already set up the rules. Let's use it to our advantage. Basically.
Absolutely.
Let's use it to our advantage. And while we're within their confines, whatever, you got to understand, if it's their basketball court and it's their basketball, they can take their ball and go home or whatever. We on their court, but when we actually provide, because when we see brothers like the brother who's about to follow directly afterwards that actually built their own court, let's hoop at their court. Then we don't have to worry about this shit.
We
all right, I feel that. I respect that. And Queen, I got to get to the next caller too.
Of course.
I'm sorry to cut off your build for a second.
No, you guys take care. This is brilliant.
The Queen
so are you. So are you. Salute to you. And definitely appreciate
make sure you
you
call back.
And don't make it the last time either, please, Queen.
I definitely won't. You guys take care. This was great.
No doubt. Salute to you.
No problem. Same to you. Wave
man, peace.
Wave. That's hilarious. That is hilarious, man.
Hey, man. That is hilarious. But, let's get to 7875 right quick, man. What's good, fam?
What's up, guys?
What's going on, man?
What's going on, bro?
How you doing?
What's up?
Hey.
This is Subado Akala Papo, the creator of Melanated People.
Okay. What's going on with you, man? Salute to you.
Yeah. Chilling. Salute, brother. Salute.
All right, so I got a question for you. You know, let's just get it popping right off the bat. You said that you're the creator of Melanated People, right? That's a website, correct?
Social network.
Social network. Got you. Okay.
Wow.
You feel me? All right, so my question is, like, what do you think that you can bring to the table with your social network that can draw more melanated people towards your website and get off FedBook?
First and foremost, it ain't FedBook.
I
mean, first and foremost, it ain't FedBook. If you know that what you're doing
okay. I got what you're saying.
If you know what you're doing, it's about you. It ain't about nobody else. It's about you having a voice. It's about you having an opinion. It's about you being able to say, fuck you. I don't need your shit no more. That's what it is. You know,
I feel that.
As far as my ultimate intentions, it's just a stepping stone right now. I got other things that I'm planning on doing, you know, but the first of many. And when this goes right and everybody jumps on the way that they need to, it's going to open up avenues for other things. When you want to turn around, you want to really look at it. How much money did Facebook make last year? 6.3 billion. That. How much of that money was because of us? How much of that money did they give back to us? Right now,
minus 6.5 billion. Minus 6.5 billion, which means none. Nothing.
Right. Right now, they staff, if I'm not mistaken, somebody correct me, but I believe that they employ less than 1% of Africans within their staff.
That's true.
Right? So, like, we letting them pimp us. They ain't doing nothing for us. And honestly, I got tired of talking. I got tired of lecturing. I got tired of trying to hook up with somebody. You know what? I'm going to take these pennies in my pocket. I'm going to make this happen for our people.
That's dope, man, and salute to you for doing that. You know, and that's the beautiful thing about us, man. You know, once we learn how to do something, we learn how to do it better.
Yeah,
and that's what
so
it is.
as far as far as building your social network, is it just like a one-man job that you're doing by yourself, or do you have like other staff members?
It's just me right now, man. I mean, I'm outsourcing like to different little pieces of technology companies across overseas, but they not intertwined into the background workings of it. They provide a specific service and they cut.
Oh,
okay. I feel what you're saying. Wow. So how's it going so far?
I mean, we had 1,000 people right now sign up. I mean, everything that you posting on Facebook, everything that you posting on Twitter, everything that you putting on Tumblr, ain't no reason for you not to be in your own home doing the same thing.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. We got short blogs. We can do the video links. We got the long blogs. I don't know if you guys checked out Tumblr, but you know people can put papers up on Tumblr. We got the same thing. I made sure that whatever avenue that you possibly wanted, with the exception of video, is there, and video is coming. It's just a matter of time.
That's dope. That's
right.
really dope, man. And you did all this yourself?
Yeah. So I come from something like an operational. I come from something like an operational background, and I've watched a really big company do things. And while I'm there, I've been picking up. I've been learning. I ain't got to make the same mistakes small companies make. I got training from one of the biggest up in the world. So it's like, why not use that for our advantage?
That's fire.
Extremely fire, man. Extremely fire. Like that's like, man, that's inspirational. Oh, and I don't know if Yusuf is tuned in, man, but I got the last four of your number. You need to call 347-855-8692 and press 1. My bad, bruh. But that is phenomenal right there. And I know, Rome, you was getting ready to say something.
Yeah, no, I mean, these are the people that we need to be championing. You know what I'm saying? That we need to be crowning. This, you know what I mean? What this brother's doing is this should be getting 1,000 shares, you know, on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
This is what our people need to be seeing, man. And this is not the usual bullshit rhetoric, nigga shit, man. Like that shit is old, man. You know what I mean? Like it's hard, especially with everything that's taking place in the time period that we're in. Like we ain't got time for entertainment right now. Like we supposed to be working, bro.
Facts.
If you're not building, you destroying. You know what I mean? That's you know what I mean? It's clear. It's black and white. You're not building, you destroying, man. And I just don't understand. You know what I'm saying? I'd much rather share a Big Wolf, a Boom video. You know what I'm saying? A Trey Minor video, a Dr. Boy's video. You know what I mean? Or some positive shit for something that enlighten somebody who can enlighten somebody else. And that's what it's about.
Right.
This goofy shit. Now go ahead, bro.
I look at it like this. You feel what I'm saying? It's like the old saying goes for it. That was stated in the 1920s, early 1900s. You feel what I'm saying? Black people look at the white man ICE as always being colder for real. So not only when black people come up with a nice infrastructure, social
cold ass shit. That was
That
fire.
was some
cold shit. That was some cold shit, bro.
Black people really think the white man ICE is cold. They're like, nigga, it's ice. You feel what I'm saying? So when we come up with something, with a platform or anything, not only are we in competition with white people, we're damn near in competition with other black people just to get them to come to us. So a white person says, all right, I'm just going to use a basketball court. It's just a regular basketball court. All the black people go towards it. Not all, but some. You'll get what I'm saying. Our basketball court got to have airplanes flying over the shit, golden nets. You feel what I'm saying? Like a live DJ playing in the background. Some black people to even wake up.
Hey, AJ. AJ,
yes,
hold that thought just for a second, man, because Yusuf just called in. I want to make sure we get him on the line. And caller, I hate to cut you off, man, but we got our other guest that just called in, so I gotta get to the brother if you don't mind. Definitely appreciate your input though, man, and tell a friend about us, bro. Could definitely
could you link
use the love.
the website again if the people didn't catch it?
All right. So first, J Dizzle is on Melanated People. and he be posting about the shows and everything, just so you know.
Uh-huh.
So it's in
that's
circulation.
Dope.
That's
dope. That's beautiful.
Melanated people, yeah. Melanated people is MELANATEDPEOPLE.net, and you can also get the app on Google Play right now. The iOS should be out by Sunday. I'm working. I'm gonna make this happen.
No doubt.
Thanks, man. We definitely got to come over there, man. Salute to you, brother.
And I just posted the link in the event if anybody wants to be able to get to that quickly.
Appreciate it.
Dope.
No doubt, man. Salute to you, man.
All right, now.
No doubt.
Salute, family.
Hey, Trey, you still there, bro?
Of course, brother. I'm just keeping game and enjoying and learning like everybody else.
All right.
All right, no doubt, man. Well, I just want to make sure we wasn't ignoring you, bro.